How's it going, Jack Attackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I am going to be doing my review for Venom. But first, remember, if you guys are new, make sure to check out my social media and vlogging channel down in the description below. And without further ado, let's get into this. So Venom, huh? Well, if you're wondering if it's a good movie or a bad movie, I think it's safe to say that it's good. At least that's my opinion on it. I definitely think that it wasn't perfect, and I feel like everyone says that, and it wasn't. But my positives outweighed its negatives, so I'm not going to really be talking about the negatives because really my main negative, if you want to even call it that, is I felt the pacing / editing was a bit off at some times. And basically, you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, if you see the trailer for this, especially trailer number 2, and then you watch the movie, it's just like all over the place, I feel. And I don't really know if that's like actually a negative, but it's just kind of, I don't know, something to point out. And also, I really didn't think Carlton Drake was that great of a villain. But then again, if they weren't going to use Carnage as the main villain for this film, then Riot / Carlton Drake, I guess, was your best option for a villain. And for the most part, it was fine. But I don't know, if I had to point out another negative, it'd be that. I thought Tom Hardy was great as Venom, and one thing I really enjoyed about this film is kind of the dynamic between Eddie Brock and Venom, and it kind of came off as very funny sometimes and just like well written, and I think some people just don't realize that. I thought it was really well written, and it was really funny, that whole scene. Since this is a spoiler review, it's in the title, so I don't need to say it. The whole part where Eddie's at the fancy restaurant and he like eats the lobsters was great. If you hear the rumors about Venom making out with Eddie, that does happen, but it's like in a way where it's like okay, I guess, if you try to understand what I'm saying here. And yeah, I thought the action scenes were pretty good. And I don't know, I thought the use of Venom, there's another thing I want to talk about, was strange. I mean, I think they said Venom wasn't going to be in it, like, that much, but, like, I don't know, maybe the first 35-ish minutes of the film were, like, no Venom. Like, you saw symbiotes and shit, but it was no, like, actual Venom in form, and I think, like, the first time you see Venom in, like, actual form was maybe, like, in the 35 to 40-minute mark. I don't want to say that exactly. 40 minutes kind of sounds too late, but it was kind of strange at the beginning, but I was also liking it. I actually liked the relationship between Annie, I think her name was, and Eddie. I actually liked that relationship, though that doesn't end up going so well, obviously, and that whole thing. The general plot of this film was okay. Like I said, they weren't doing the Carnage storyline, and they kind of want to play around with the planet symbiote idea, but since this is like very much setting the ground rules for a trilogy, I'm expecting at least especially the next movie, but even the next two, I guess, to be really good because they've set the ground rules for a bigger type deal with the trilogy. And I guess this kind of leads into the post-credit scene now. Basically, yes, if you've heard the rumors, there is a Carnage cameo, but it's not actual Carnage. It's, I don't even know if his name's Cletus Cassidy in this movie, but obviously played by Woody Harrelson. Eddie visits the prison, and he's locked up in this cage, and it's really interesting. And he said he's going to get out, and that there will be Carnage. And yeah, really cool stuff, man. I'm hyped. I hope that they will do a sequel. They have to. But those are my overall thoughts on Venom. Wasn't awful. Wasn't great. It was good. I don't know. It wasn't as bad as people were saying it was. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.